everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Adelaide and I am back with another video. For today's video, I have had a few of you guys ask how to film aesthetically pleasing content even if your home or space doesn't necessarily reflect the aesthetic that you want. I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips on how you can utilize the space that you have in order to create that aesthetically pleasing content that you want to film. So let's get right into the video. My next point is for filming inside. So when you are filming content, you do not need an entire filming room or an entire room to film your stuff. Where I'm sitting right now is literally just a small corner of the wall in my apartment in my living room. You do not need a whole room. So what I would suggest, find any room in your house, in your apartment that has a plain wall. And obviously, again, this depends on what aesthetic you're going for. It doesn't have to be a white wall. It could be a colorful, bright wall, and you can still make it work for your videos. But if you do have a neutral or plain wall, that would be great. Set up a small space, zoom in your camera so it's just showing a little bit of the space, and that's a great option. Also, if you don't have a neutral colored wall and you want to go for that neutral aesthetic, you can head over to Walmart, go to Target, whatever store is nearest to you, purchase a white, cream, beige bed sheet, just a plain flat bed sheet, hang it up on the wall and you're good to go. You have a neutral colored backdrop. If you don't want to buy a bed sheet, you can go on Amazon. There's so many backdrops that you can buy from there as well. And literally just find a small section in your room, in your home that has a wall that maybe doesn't have too much stuff around it. You might have to move stuff around as well. Put up your plain background, put up your bed sheet, and you're good to go. The next thing is to add props to your filming space. So as you can see behind me, I have my little shelf from IKEA with a few random candles and vases, stuff that I got from IKEA, just in the back on display. You can replicate the same thing in your space. You don't need a whole shelf. You don't need the same things that I have. You could just put up your bed sheet or sit in front of your plain wall. Get a table to put behind you. You can get things like fake flowers from the dollar store. You can get vases from the dollar store. You can get some fairy lights from the dollar store. There's so many little decoration items that you can get from the dollar store, Walmart, Amazon, that you can put in the back of your videos just to tie in your aesthetic. So you might not have the same neutral aesthetic as me. There might be something else that you're going for. Go to the dollar store, go to Walmart, go to Target, go on Amazon, and look for just cute little pieces that you can put in the back of your videos just to tie in your aesthetic a little bit more. Now, my next point is similar to the last one, but this one has to do with the color tone. So as you can see, I have a white wall. I personally love neutral colors, so the items that I've picked are all neutral tones to tie into my neutral aesthetic. Let's say you don't have any white walls in your space. Let's say your home has only neon pink, neon yellow, neon green, blue walls. You can still utilize that to film. Not everything has to be neutral colored. It can still look nice and aesthetically pleasing to watch, even with bright colors. It doesn't always have to be white, black, and beige. There are other colors that you can use in your filming space as well. So let's say, for example, you only have neon pink walls in your home. You can still use those to film. What I would suggest is, like I said, getting some props, but making sure that some of those props are similar tones to what the color of the wall is. Obviously, you don't want everything to be the same color. So if your wall is neon pink, don't only get neon pink props and a neon pink shirt. That'll be a little bit too much. But get similar tones and similar colors that match the color of your wall. And I feel even what you're wearing too. So if you're filming yourself in the video, wear colors that kind of tie in with the color of your background. That way it looks a little bit more seamless and a lot more aesthetically pleasing to watch. Then my next thing is to plan out your content. I feel like I already mentioned this before, but I feel like this helps, especially if you share a space with a lot of other people. I know definitely if you live in your own space, it's so much easier to plan out your content because you don't have to worry about people walking in and making noise. You don't have to worry about moving around somebody else's stuff. But if you are sharing a space with other people, plan out your content. Plan out what you want to film. Plan out when you're going to film it. Let's say you share a room with somebody, there's ways that you can work around that. So plan out your content, plan out a time that you're going to film, plan out the space in the room that you're going to use to film, and let the other person know that, okay, from 5 to 7 o'clock today, I'm going to be filming some videos from TikTok on the wall that's in the room. So I'm going to need that space for a little bit. Clear everything out of the way and put it back once you're done. There's ways that you can move and work to still film nice content even when you don't have, and I don't want to say not the nicest place because I feel like everyone's home is nice to them. People have different styles. It doesn't always have to be the same neutral aesthetic that we always see on social media, which is another point that I'm gonna make. But if you feel like your space doesn't reflect the type of videos you want to make, there are ways that you can work around that. So plan out your content if you do have a shared space. That way you know that you won't be being interrupted. Obviously, I know if you live at home with your parents in certain households, you're going to be interrupted anyways. There's not much you can do about that. But as much as you can, plan out your content ahead of time. My next point is to utilize Pinterest. I talk about Pinterest a lot because there's so much inspo that you can find on there. I love it so much. So what I would suggest is going on Pinterest and trying to search up and look for similar home decor to what you have in your home. And I feel like that'll help to give you some inspo of how you can utilize your space to make content. So let's say you have a lot of bright colors. Let's say your room is like lime green and you're like, oh, I don't know how to make aesthetic videos with a lime green wall. Go on Pinterest and look up lime green room decor, lime green room aesthetic, and just look at what you find on Pinterest for some inspiration for how you can set up your own space to film your video. So just go on Pinterest, search up what your home looks like, what your room looks like, the colors that you have, and trust me, you will definitely find some inspo for how you can kind of use your own space. Like, you don't want to replicate what you find on Pinterest, and you also don't just want to replicate what you see on social media. You want to use what you see as inspiration and utilize your own space and the things that you have in your home to make the videos that you want to make, if that makes sense. So go on Pinterest, look for inspo, utilize the things that you have in your space to kind of replicate or get inspiration from the things that you see on Pinterest. Alright guys, I literally put my mic and everything away. I realized I forgot one tip. So my other tip is that you can cast things onto your TV and use that as a backdrop. So I have my TV right over here. Hopefully I show it right. My TV is right there, and as you can see, I have a wallpaper on my TV right now. So I made that wallpaper on Canva, very easy. I sell wallpapers on Canva. On Etsy, by the way, my Etsy shop is always linked in the description box. But if you can find like some really nice, whatever your aesthetic is, search it up on Pinterest, download it onto your computer or onto your, probably your computer. Download it onto your computer, cast your computer onto your TV, and you can use the TV as a backdrop for your videos. A simple solution to have an aesthetically pleasing backdrop. Alright guys, I quickly wanted to add one point that I found when I was actually looking on Pinterest. So there are these really nice aesthetically pleasing collage walls that you can make in your room or whatever space that you're going to be filming in. So whatever color you want to be your aesthetic, go on Pinterest. I'm going to put an example on the screen. Go on Pinterest or on Google, find some images that are in that color, print them out. You are going to need a color printer, so if you don't have one, you can go to your local library and print from there. If you have one, that's amazing. Just print out really small, like 4x6 little sheets of your inspiration pictures. Tape them or pin them onto your wall, and you can use that as a really nice aesthetically pleasing background for some of the videos that you are going to be filming. And again, I'll insert some inspo on the screen. Alright guys, so that's kind of all of the tips that I had. I tried my best to think of as many as possible. I feel like it's kind of hard because obviously everybody's space is so different, so it's hard to give general tips when saying your home is not aesthetically pleasing is so subjective that it's hard to give tips. So I really hope this video helped you guys. I think that it will. Hopefully it does. Let me know in the comments if it did. And as always, leave any questions down below. But some points I just kind of wanted to reiterate is that number one, you don't need to have a whole filming room to make content. You really just need a small space in your home. Find a plain wall, buy a bed sheet from Walmart or the dollar store, hang it up, and you have your setup. Literally, I feel like that's the best tip, honestly. Get a white, cream, beige bed sheet, plain bed sheet, flat bed sheet, hang it up and use that for your videos. Even if you're doing like a mini vlog, whatever you're filming, film it in front of the plain bed sheet and you are good to go. That way you don't have all this stuff kind of distracting the main video. So I hope that this helped you guys. If it did, let me know in the comments. As always, leave your questions down below. If you did enjoy today's video and you are not subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future uploads. We're almost at 3K subscribers, which is so exciting. Honestly, yeah, I'm so excited. I feel like, yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you do enjoy the video, then you can definitely hit that subscribe button as well. But that's going to be it for today's video. It's nice, sweet, and short. Hopefully these tips helped you guys because I really try my best to think as much as possible on how to provide you guys with the answers that you're looking for. So like I always say, leave your questions in the comments and I will get to them as I usually do. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I will see you in my next one. Bye!